Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on New Year's Eve. So during our class today, I don't think I'll be using any props. However, you may want to have either blocks or even a blanket close by just in case you find them helpful. And we'll go ahead and get started reclining in a reclined butterfly position. So if you want to come to lying on your back, the soles of your feet together, just allowing your knees to gently, fall towards the floor. And if it feels too intense, feel free to bring some blocks to help support under your knees. Bring your hands, your palms to rest on your lower belly. And go ahead and begin taking some deep breaths in through your nose, all the way down into your belly. And then out of your nose. And if it feels right, go ahead and close your eyes or keep your gaze low. This New Year's Eve class is all about ease. So this practice may feel more restorative. It's all about easing or symbolically easing into a new year, transitioning into new things that may be ahead in 2022. So as we go through our practice, I want you to kind of take control. This is your practice. So maybe you want to meditate on some goals that you want to achieve in the new year. And just allow yourself to visualize yourself fully manifesting those goals, and seeing the path to reaching those goals. Or maybe you want to use this as a gratitude practice and meditate on the things that you're grateful for, things that happened in 2021 that you are really grateful for. Or feel free to maybe just meditate and ask yourself, ask yourself, what is it that I need? Maybe you're not sure about what you want for the new year, or that you want anything in particular. Maybe just explore and ask yourself, what is it that I need? What is it that I want? And then there's the breath, which is always the option. Just focus on your breath to observe what that feels like. Feel gratitude for the breath. So take a moment and decide what you want to explore during your practice this morning. Allow yourself to find your natural breath. Using your hands, go ahead and bring your knees back up. And from here, we'll find a pigeon pose. So bringing your left ankle up above your right knee. If this is big right here, feel free to stay here. Or go ahead and draw that right leg in, grabbing either behind your thigh or around your shin, whatever is accessible. Relaxing your shoulders and your upper body as much as possible. Today we'll be holding our poses between 2 to 3 minutes. So allow yourself to ease into each pose, not going all the way to your max or to your edge in the beginning, but allowing yourself to kind of ease into it. In a lot of our poses, gravity can do a lot of the work for us. So we don't have to put a whole lot of strain in, again, practice. No pulling, just allowing ourselves to melt into each pose. And take about 3 more breaths, and then we'll release. Bringing that right foot down to the mat. And now just allow your legs to fall over towards the right, so that your left foot will be placed at the floor beside you. And bring your left arm up to cactus position with your elbow in line with your shoulder. And if you need to, use your right hand to gently press that left knee up or to keep it propped up. And on an inhale, go ahead and use your core to bring your legs back up. Bring both feet to the mat. And if you need to, take some windshield wipers, bring your feet about as wide as your mat. Allow your knees to fall left to right. And then we'll find our pigeon pose on the other side. Bring your right ankle, place it above your left knee. Staying here or gently bringing that left knee in. Allowing your upper body to relax more and more with each exhale. And taking about 3 more breaths before we release. Slowly releasing your left foot to the mat. And allowing your legs to fall over towards the left. Keeping your gaze straight up. And if you have found that your awareness has wandered off, gently bring it back to focusing on your breath or your intentions for the new year or your intentions for this practice. And after your next cycle of breath, and using your core, bring your legs back up. Feel free to take your windshield wipers if you need that. Then we'll be moving into banana pose. So gently lifting your hips and bringing them over towards the right, about an inch or so. Extend your legs. Walk your legs over towards the left side of your mat. Bring your arms overhead and shift your upper body over towards the left as well, creating a banana shape or a crescent moon shape. And if you want to go more intense with this morning, go ahead and grab your right wrist. Feel a deeper stretch along the right side body. And you can also cross your right ankle over your left. Remembering to breathe deep, maybe energetically sending your breath into that right side. Begin to walk your upper body back to center, and then walking your feet back, lifting your hips, bringing them back to center, and then an inch over towards the left. Extending your legs, walking them over towards the right. Then your upper body. Taking the variation that feels best for you. Breathe. And slowly walking your feet back to center within your upper body. And from here, we're going to meet in tabletop for a few cat-cows. With your knees under your ankles, wrists under your shoulders. Inhale, arch your spine. And exhale, rounding. Taking a few cycles of these at your own pace. And coming back to center, we're going to walk your hands forward for puppy pose or melting heart pose. Bringing your arms, your hands forward, bring your elbows down to the mat, resting your forehead to the mat, allowing your chest to melt down towards the mat. Trying to keep your knees and hips still in alignment. And as an alternative, you could take child's pose if you prefer. And gently coming up and allowing yourself to shift forward onto your belly for Sphinx pose. So bringing the forearms to the mat, palms down, pressing down, elbows in line with your shoulder. However, if this feels too intense, feel free to move your elbows out a bit. Or gaze straight ahead or down toward the top of your mat. Legs hip width apart or wider. Extending through your crown so that you're not sinking down to your shoulders. And on an exhale, to push up and come to sitting. Our head to knee pose. Extending your left leg out. Bringing the sole of your right foot in to touch your inner left thigh. And we're going to take a passive forward fold here. So facing toward that left knee. Bring your fingertips to the mat and begin to round your spine. Bringing your forehead down towards your knee. Tucking your chin in towards your chest. Keeping your leg muscles soft without any pulling. Just rounding and folding forward. Using your hands to slowly press yourself back up, rolling out of this pose. And let's take it to the other side. Rounding forward. Easing into it and just allowing yourself to gradually melt into the pose. Slowly pressing up, rolling out of pose. Here we'll move into a straddle position. Both legs extended, as wide as is comfortable for you. Bringing your fingertips out in front and slowly crawling forward. Here you can keep a straight spine. Come forward until you've reached the intensity that feels right for you here in your inner thighs. And if you like, you can bring your elbows down to the mat. Slowly breathing. And using your hands to walk yourself back up. From here, we will move back to our reclined position. With your right foot down to the mat, extend your left foot up, grabbing the back of your knee or your shin, flexing your foot towards you to feel stretch in the back of your in your calf muscle. And on the exhale, bring that foot down to a half happy baby so that you're kind of grabbing your outer foot. The left elbow inside of your knee. And exhale, slowly release. Bring that foot down to the mat. And extending your right leg up this time. Grabbing behind your knee or your shin, flexing your foot towards you. And exhale, bringing that knee down towards the mat, bending your knee for half happy baby. And exhale, release. And take a light spinal twist. So lift your hips and bring them over towards the right side of your mat, about an inch or so. Bring your knees up. Allow them to fall over towards the left. Great to maybe extend your arms out to each side or bring them to cactus position. And then your gaze straight up. If it feels right, gaze over and look towards that right hand, towards the right. And exhale, release. Bringing your knees back up, adjusting your hips so that you're an inch over towards the left this time. Allow your knees to fall towards the right. And exhale, bringing your legs back to center. Just readjusting your hips. And let's extend our legs straight up for waterfall pose. Or legs up the wall without the wall. Allowing your hands to kind of fall wherever they may. Allowing your legs to get heavy. If you have a prop, feel free to place it under your hips. If it's uncomfortable, or if you find it challenging to keep your legs up this way, it may help to have a prop under your hips. And exhale to slowly bring your legs down and extending your legs for Shavasana. Allow yourself to take up space. Let your feet fall open. Bring your arms out to each side. Try to bring your arms out wide if you have the space. Maybe you're more like in a star position. Tucking your shoulder blades under, adjusting your head so that your chin is slightly pointed down towards your chest. Creating this space along the back of your neck. Close your eyes or keep your gaze soft. Allow your natural breath to flow. Take a moment to make a note of how you feel. What feels different physically? What feels different energetically? Begin to deepen your breath. Begin to find gentle movements, like wiggling your fingers and toes, and turning your head side to side. Extending your arms up for a deep stretch. Spreading your fingers, pointing your toes. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll to one side and press your way up to sitting in Sukhasana. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Close your eyes. Internally repeat, I am open and ready to receive. I am open and ready to receive. I am open and ready to receive. We'll end our practice with a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. Inhale. I wish you all the best in the new year. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Namaste.